How important is confidence, communication skills for your match? This question become very relevant, especially if you fail to match in one or two cycles. What do you do if you have not matched? You probably do more rotations. You'll probably look for research positions. Probably do step 3 if you have not done these things. However, a lot of applicants miss out on the importance of improving their confidence, improving their communication skills. So we interviewed one of our students who actually did quite a bit of hard work on her communication skills, on her confidence. So listen to her and see what tips she has for you to improve in these areas. All the best.
Welcome everyone. So today we have our student Fani with us, and she's going to share her unique journey with all of you, especially with a focus on how she overcame confidence issues, how she improved on her communication skills. So Fani, welcome, and why don't we start with a bit of an introduction about you?
Sure, Pawan. Thank you very much. So, hi everyone. My name is Panikirti Surapaneni. I'm an international medical graduate from India. I've graduated in 2014 and then in 2015 I moved to US and then started my USMLE journey. And finally I matched to internal medicine residency this year in a university program. And this is my second match, so I'm really happy, and I thank each and every one of Sarthi team, my friends, my family who helped me through this journey. So I'm really excited to start my residency in next 2 months.
Thanks, Fani. So let's start with, what changed between last year and this year, as part of your USMLE journey. So walk our audience through how you started the USMLE journey after the exams, what you did last year, and then what additional things you did in this last current season when you matched.
So yeah, Pawan, as I mentioned, I started my journey in 2015, and initially when I gave my step 1, I ended up getting a very low score in USMLE step 1. So then I was totally depressed for like 2 or 3 months, and I thought I wouldn't even make this journey like this far. But I again started to think to work hard for step 2 and then gave my step 3 and then I applied in 2017. Initially in 2017 I thought I would match because I got 5+ interviews and which everything felt okay for me, and I thought things would work out for the first match, but unfortunately they didn't. So then I realized, so what are the areas I need to improve to be successful candidate for the next match? So that's how I realized I need to have definitely hands-on experience, because previously for the first match I didn't have any hands-on. I just had observerships in university setting, but no hands-on experience. That too, being an old grad, that 2014 grad, and applying for 2019 match, at least I should be good with hands-on. And then I realized I'm not confident enough during my interviews. So because always there is something back off in my mind, so thinking that I'm a low scorer, so I'll not get good interviews, or even if I get, I used to think that people don't rank me. But I think when I didn't match, I realized so I should do something else which could be outstanding in my application. So that's how I joined Toastmasters Club. So this is a public platform for all the people who want to excel and have the leadership skills. So basically what they do is you have communication topics, and you have evaluation topics. So I would like to show the books which I got. So this is the competent communication skills manual they'll give you. And
okay.
This is a competent leadership manual. So basically it's just you'll have clubs nearby. So if you Google, you'll find Toastmasters near me. So you can enroll. So they'll starting fee of $20, and then later on for 6 months you'll have some more. And then you have to go to the clubs and introduce to the people. So first I attended those sessions in Jacksonville when I'm doing my research. So I just went to first 1 or 2 sessions as a guest, and then I saw people like speakers speaking the whatever like they have prepared to the audience. And so that's how I thought like I should enroll to this and then get my communication skills and my fear, especially my fear out of it. So which I can, which that really helpful in my residency. And also I think it's not only for residency to excel in any like part of your career, and also as a person, I think it really helped me to like talk to the crowd and to express my views of communication and everything. So
help our audience understand in detail. So one is learning the communication skills and confidence as part of presenting, as part of interacting with the Toastmasters group. Then the second piece is using these skills in the interview or during the pre-interview dinner or in the morning, of the day of the interview. So give us some examples how you actually use those skills and how you demonstrated this confidence in the interviews.
So using those skills, I would say first initially I tried doing a research presentation like with an audience of 200 people. So that's how I felt really comfortable after joining this class. I think 2 months after the sessions, I gave a oral presentation rounds, and I myself couldn't believe because it's like a huge crowd and I need to discuss my research topics in front of that crowd, like explain everything. So I really excelled in it. And then coming to your question, so during my interviews, I really felt that confidence. Like for the first match, I just like, it's just like question and answer type, and the interviewer asked, I just replied, and then I just ended my questions. But I think in this year match, when the interviewer asked the question, it's just I interacted with them as a normal person, not thinking like I'm a student or he's a teacher. I think that's how most of the IMGs think, like interviews, like student and teacher or whatever. I think that notion of interviews this year I didn't feel like when I went to the interview, when the interviewers asked me questions, I was very interactive, telling my personal experiences and telling my USMLE journey. And even pre-interview dinners, when I went and sit there, I just it's just like normal conversation with the interns or with the residents to know like how their lifestyle and how is the program and everything. That really gave me, this session really gave me the confidence to, before it's just like I'm an introvert, just sit and listen to the audience, that's it. But now I definitely like step forward, talk, ask questions, and do the things as we need to do in this process.
Okay. And during the interviews, were there specific questions about your Toastmasters? Did people ask what it is and how is it beneficial to you?
So I did mention in my ERAS application that I'm a member of Toastmasters Club, but unfortunately no one really asked me. But as Sarathi guided us, like I somehow made that situation for the people like to know that I did this course, and that's how I improved my communication skills. So usually, like when they ask your strengths and weakness, it's a normal thing we tell, like public speaking fear. That's how we all tell. But I think I really use this Toastmasters, like linking to my answer, saying like after joining this, I become really confident, and also I also created a situation to tell them that I presented in research grand rounds with the help of this. So that's how again I linked to my presentations, my poster presentations and everything. So I think when the interviewer asks questions like during your interview, definitely like way to create that situation to tell about your Toastmasters.
Excellent. Very good. Yeah. Very good. So I know you've spoken about your journey and how you transformed. Now, any other suggestions for applicants who may be in similar situations? So I know Toastmasters would be one suggestion you would give them to join. anything else in terms of communication, in terms of improving confidence that they could do?
So other suggestions, other things I have done is I have done huge volunteering this year for my application and also for my confidence skills. You know, like when you go and do a volunteer work, you meet a lot of people and you talk a lot, and you yourself can see like from first volunteering to the progressing volunteering, you feel like you are improving in communication, you are talking to people, you are helping the community also. So I think even my volunteer work really helped me to achieve my dreams this year, because for every volunteer work I used to register, and those volunteer works I think you have to Google yourself and find, you'll find many like walks, runs, marathons, like breast cancer awareness or heart disease awareness, anything. So when you enroll in that and when you go and when you find people, when you talk to them, when you advise them medically, I think that also definitely builds confidence like within you, and that would really add to your CV and also give you extra confidence and extra communication skills. First, I would say that. Second, definitely if you can do hands-on rotations and get good excellent letters, that would really help. So especially old grads and people with low scores or attempts, those things really add communication skills, your letters, like your externships, most probably externships, but if you didn't get any, I think even observerships in a university setting would definitely help. And third point I would say is definitely your research experience. So I did my research almost 1.5 years at Mentorship. I got excellent letters this year. So because when I went to the interview, almost all my interviewers told my letters were excellent this year. So that's how I came to know like that my letters were good. So obviously your research and your publications, your posters, those definitely add to your CV. And also I think people with low scores and attempts, always we think like we'll not get into residency or we'll not get what really we want. But I would say there is a way definitely if you improve your CV, come out, talk to people, ask for advisors, do rotations, I think definitely we all will achieve it.
Very good, very good, very, very inspiring. How did you find Sarthi useful as part of your journey? You know, you've been with us for now about 2 years. So how was that experience, whether it was the WhatsApp group or the mock interviews or the general discussions you had? How did you find that useful?
So my journey with Sarthi, I would say I started in 2017 for my initial match. I started knowing all the things like what's IRAS application, what are the things you need to do. And also main thing is tips and tricks like to prepare for interviews. Getting an interview is a big thing, but how you perform in an interview, I think that really matters for you, whether if you match or not. And like WhatsApp groups and emailing like to my mentor, like my personal mentor, Dr. Panala. But so whenever I emailed, he immediately responded. And I still remember like in March when I didn't match, in April I emailed him saying like I need his suggestions and everything. So we set up a meeting and I spoke with him in April. So he really supported me saying like this is not the end. I still have like chances to do my CV, like improve my CV. And then he gave me suggestions like how to get a good letter from my research mentor and how to look for volunteer work, how to look for observerships. And I think, yeah, without Sarthi, it would be really hard because the tips and tricks, I think we all need to know to do we all do the things, but I think doing it in the right manner, that really matters most, like to excel in this journey. So I would definitely thank each and everyone of the Sarthi team for helping me and being a part of my success.
Thank you very much, Fani. Appreciate your time, and of course, best of luck for your journey.
Thank you very much, Kavan.